Goochland County Administration Building is behind me. This building is now a sort of a building of secrecy because most of the stuff that's going on here is behind closed doors. The non-disclosure agreements are literally choking the information from the citizens. The citizens who it will impact the most, and the people that are signing the non-disclosure agreements are our representatives and our county administrators who keep telling us full transparency. But I don't think so. I don't think so at all. As a matter of fact, the whole idea is lack of transparency. There's a lack of transparency in the way to get things done here in the county, as far as zoning, as far as making a plea for help. There's nobody here to help. The Board of Supervisors is very narrowly focused on data centers, and they have been for quite a while, and they want the revenue. I'm hoping that the Goochland supervisors, the Board of Supervisors, will come to their senses and realize that when the majority of the citizens who know about data centers actually have a voice, that they wouldn't be doing this. They wouldn't be doing this. Anyway, here I am out at Goochland. It's a great place to live. So far, we're trying to keep it that way. Our Board of Supervisors, they're not. They're not. Greetings and salutations. It's the old man down the street. Thanks for joining me today. I wanted to talk about, here's another surprise, data centers. Well, actually, I want to talk about local governments and non-disclosure agreements. I've mentioned these before, but you know, we're running into the non-disclosure agreement thing here in Goochland County, and I'm guessing, sorry about that, we're running into non-disclosure agreements quite a bit here in Goochland County, and the rumor is, I don't know if it's true or not, everything is going to be FOIA, Freedom of Information Act. Non-disclosure agreements are used by the companies like Tract or Google or Meta to protect themselves and to keep the citizens from knowing what's going on. So when they say to the local governments, we're interested in putting a data center in, but we're not even going to discuss it anymore unless you sign this non-disclosure agreement. And the dollar signs begin to flow, and perhaps they take them out to dinner, fancy places, let them fly on their jets, that kind of stuff. I don't know. That's what would happen in the movies. But anyway, they create this aura of secrecy, like back in the days when I was in the Air Force. The big bad folks were the Soviet Union and the Kremlin, Red Square. So here I went out to Goochland County administration to see them, and there was nothing welcoming about that building. I talked to a couple of folks outside, and they were very friendly, but the bottom line is getting information about how they're running our government is impossible with NDAs. And they say they want transparency, but they haven't been transparent. They've been dealing with Tract since, at least I'm pretty sure it's Tract. We did a non-disclosure agreement and they failed to redact one of the fields, and that identified it as a Tract. So they've been dealing with them for 3 years, and they probably applied with dominion for power. So anyway, the reason why they keep it secret from the public is because the public is concerned about things like power use, water use, land use, pollution, all the kinds of issues that we've been talking about for months. We could have been, should have been, talking about them for years, but the non-disclosure agreements prevented that. And when we would ask, maybe a year ago, maybe last summer, I don't remember exactly, we would say, are you already dealing with data centers? And they all said, well, not all of them, but the supervisors said, we are not dealing with data centers. And I think that's true. They were dealing with a data center developer tract. Now, I'm guessing that perhaps the landowners, West Creek, those three guys were probably dealing with the data centers, but I don't know. So the bottom line is the NDAs keep us from knowing, and we don't have any idea what kind of facility they want to bring in here. We have no idea. It's a complete lack of transparency. And it underlines accountability. We don't know how they're planning. We don't know what they're giving up. We ask for lists of proffers, and we ask for lists of things that the data centers might get, and we're not getting anything. Not getting anything. Matter of fact, we're getting shut down every time we ask for something. They know that we will oppose them because of all the harm they will do the community. I mean, there's no question that property values will go down. There's no question that the pollution will go up. There's no question that the health standard of the people who live here in the county will go down. There's no question. So anyway, you can write your Board of Supervisors, write your supervisor, and ask them not to sign any more NDAs. The real thing that they should be doing is taking data centers out of M1 zoning. Data centers are not light industrial, they're heavy industrial sites, and they should be zoned in there. So if they had any credibility, if they had any humanity, if they could read what their predecessors wrote about the safety and care of the citizens, they would take data centers out right now. But that's not what they want to do. They want to sit back, relax, and say, well, we did a good thing for the county. Brought on all this tax revenue. Well, we know the tax revenue is going to pay for the infrastructure that those data centers are going to need. They're not going to pay for new stuff out in District 1, District 2, District 3. Probably District 3, because that's where the most powerful supervisor sits. Anyway, NDAs are bad. Accountability is good. With NDAs, there is no accountability. It's all secret. It's like the communists were during the Soviet Union. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned.